Edison Alien Blake, the famous American novelist. I've written several best-selling novels, some of them quite thick, others of them thin. And I only mention this so that you understand I have in fact mastered several different styles of writing. And I'm here today to give you an introduction to how to write a novel, a successful novel. The first thing you should know is that it's not anywhere near as hard to write a novel as other writers, reviewers, book representatives, publishers, or readers would lead you to think. In fact, writing a novel is quite easy, and it takes only a little bit of effort and a very few supplies in order to create a successful novel. Now, the first thing that you need, of course, is something to produce the information with. I suggest a keyboard. Now, if you choose, you can, of course, use older-fashioned methods such as a pencil or a pen, but I do not recommend that. I recommend you use cutting-edge technology such as a computer keyboard. It's also good if that computer keyboard is hooked up to a computer, and it's also good if in fact there's a screen hooked up to the computer so that you can see the words as you are inputting them. However, this last part is not essential. The most important part is putting the words into the computer. Seeing them is not very important at all, in fact. Aside from the computer keyboard, you will also need media on which to reproduce the novel once you have created it. I recommend paper, plain white paper. I do not recommend that you use wax paper or a carbon paper, graph paper, lined paper. There are many kinds of paper out there. However, don't be fooled. The very best paper to use is, in fact, plain white paper. So you have your keyboard, you have your plain white paper, and the next part really is the easiest part. You simply sit down at the keyboard and start thinking, and as you think, you simply key in what you're thinking. And there you have it. That's the process. Now, if you key in words for a very long time, you'll get a long novel. If you stop after a little while, you might have a shorter novel or even a novella. Don't be discouraged. However, if you do get discouraged and stop after a little while, you still have a short story. And in fact, if you get very discouraged and stop after a day or two, you probably have some great flash fiction. In any case, the important part is sitting down, putting the words down, and then when you're finished, stopping. And that stopping point is determined by really your patience. Once you've reached the end of your patience, you've probably reached the end of your novel. Now, just to demonstrate or prove the point that this in fact works, here's a novel I've written using this method. It's called Undead Vikings in Love. It's about undead Vikings who are in love. I've also written a novel called The Original Artificial Stud, using exactly the same technology. However, you will notice the one, Original Artificial Stud, is thick, whereas Undead Vikings in Love is thinner. Again, it's the technology that proves the point. By the way, The Original Artificial Stud is about the construction industry in the future and a megalomaniac who attempts to take over the world using building materials. The point is, novels are written by people who sit and write. And that's all there is to it. There's nothing more to it than that. Don't let people try and fool you or complicate things beyond that. If you'd like to check out these novels that I've written, Just as examples of what you, in fact, could do, go to Amazon.com and you will be able to purchase them, either an ebook or a softcover version. Or if you're part of the Amazon Lending Library program, you would be able to borrow a copy. If you have any questions about the process, please feel free to write me.
The Famous American Novelist at Edison.biz.
Or go to my website, Edison.biz. That's B-I-Z. Again, please enjoy yourself as you write your novel. It's the easiest thing in the world to do, and you too will be a huge success. Thank you very much. I'm Edison Blake, the Famous American Novelist.